Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Let's jump right back into this Pathfinder playthrough. Appreciate all the support on the channel and on my videos. We are now almost at 700 subscribers, just like that. Appreciate each and every one of you. Glad it seems like you all are really enjoying the content. Let's keep the ball rolling. Oh, that's Jernaugh. He's not an enemy. All right, let's go. Jernaugh walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly, but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, so good to see you. It seems you found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. I could be mistaken, but it looked like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh no, you startled me, that's all. It's my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there was always lots of new faces and plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way Areelu still teaches us to live, but truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. Why were you looking at those trees? See for yourself. He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves you notice a small doll made of grass and seaweed, tied with blue ribbon. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I've asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all this secrecy. How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village. But the true church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal. I purify the water. I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own. It's so quiet here. War it makes you forget what peace feels like. I understand. My time in Canabras gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors I've witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to this cause. The priest places a hand on his heart. You have chosen to fight there in order to protect our peaceful and quiet life here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. What do the locals think of Areelu still? They're indifferent. They are pragmatic people, you know. They don't have time for theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for them. You know, some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand that people pray, observe all the rituals, make sacrifices, and then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when locals kick them out of the village, right into the nearest ditch. The priest laughs. I was taught differently. First, you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. It's only after they begin to trust you and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings. Well then, will you show me around the village? Of course, let's go. You'll get to meet the locals, see how we live. Maybe you even manage to get some peace and quiet. A temporary respite from the hardships of war. Don't be offended if they start gawking at you. In this remote village, people have never seen someone of your kind before. Your horns are a real novelty for them, but I've already told them about you and explained everything as best I could. All right.
This way.
This way. A piece of gray ribbon hangs from the branch, and I'm sorry. Weren't there... Here we go. 3 old dolls hang from the branches. Their grass and seaweed slowly rotting the bodies away. Are slowly rotting away. There we go. A small doll made of grass is tied to a tree with a dark blue ribbon. Okay, cool. Couldn't remember if I had actually clicked on those for you all. All right. Like tall. We'll take that. The rest can
Wherever
stay.
my legs carry me.
Watch out for the huge teeth. Don't let them catch you. Aim for her throat and belly. Fewer scales there. Don't be afraid, everyone. We fought ones bigger than this.
I see blood.
That'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the callous hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got him all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let 'em come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as a fisherman, smiles at you. It's not the first time and it won't be the last, but what's it matter? They can't hurt us, and we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Markyll, Malessa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Asmodeus IV, the commander of the Crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, real hero in our little backwater. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the Crusade. He probably could have told you all that with his eyes shut. Malessa smiles at you. It's all thanks to our mother, Areelu. She takes care of her children, won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. That's right, and if she doesn't drive the beast away, she'll weaken them so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Areelu, who is that? She's right here. Markyll nods to the river. Did you think this was a cellar? No, it'd take you half a day's run before you reach that river. It's big, to be sure, and very important. The Selin flows through at least a dozen countries, but where would the great Selin be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Areelu? The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is matter of fact, but you notice his voice sounds a bit strained. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river, from the wedding wreath we send down its stream to the funeral boats that floats away on the waters when the time comes. Our mother, Areelu, feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Markyll casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Areelu is right here, so we treat her with respect. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are. Markyll ruffles Malessa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister, takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Malessa is just the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two look very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon, so if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, we'll be the ones following orders. We're not an army, and there are no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the Areelu together. Although, truth be told, it's only been the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow into the village, they changed their minds. Yes, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair, and people came all the way from Gonabras to attend. Then, a priest came, and we'd never seen one of those before in these parts. And now, who would have thought? The commander of the Crusade has decided to pay us a visit. And not just a commander, but a kinsman of the lower plains. In another village, people might run away screaming as soon as they spot your horns, but we're not like that. Besides, the priest has explained to us that it's a great gift when a mortal child of fiendish blood overcomes their cursed legacy and fights against the monsters. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Markyll's face, and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell, really. An old local custom. It's just a ritual. Malessa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. How is life in the village now that you've got a priest? Not much has changed. Markyll shrugs and smiles amiably. He's a good lad. He does some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He knows a lot of songs, and when he sings, it makes you want to sit and listen. Malessa smiles archly at the priest, and he blushes. The Worldwound is not that far away. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No, we've never seen any. Our mother, Areelu, keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations get near us. I have to go. Back to the front, Malessa shakes her head sadly. I can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you had to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. All right, and that's the Hydra. So yeah, I still have no idea what's going on in this village. I've completed the beta multiple times, but I assume whatever it is you're supposed to do here to figure out what's going on with Areelu, maybe it doesn't happen until Act 5. So, but if any of you have already figured it out and maybe I missed something, please let me know, because I am fascinated by it, but have not been able to get more information. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please, stay here for as long as you'd like. How are things in the village? Not much happens in the village. I'm sure you have a lot going on and stuff is always happening in the cities and on the front lines, but things are pretty quiet out here. But let's see, what's the latest news from our little village? Well, we went fishing and caught some ruffle. They were big too. Nice and plump, fat as piglets, I tell you. What else? Weevils have eaten through our carrots. They gobbled up everything down to the last stalk. Then, the other day, old Breg went up to fix his roof and took a hard fall. If it hadn't been for Jernaugh and his prayers, he'd have kicked the bucket by now, no doubt about that. You must think it's ridiculous to call any of this news. Also, Jernaugh's just downright wonderful. I don't know, maybe his prayers are working, or maybe he just has a lucky touch. But whenever he blesses me, I always catch a boatload of fish. Also, he sings like a... Enough already, Markyll frowns. Jernaugh this, Jernaugh that. It's all I ever hear you talk about. Do you worship any deities here? Faith, religion, deities. With all due respect to Jernaugh, no one here has time for such things. Maybe people in the city can go around saying prayers and listening to sermons, but in a backwater place like this, we're just doing what we can to survive. There's only one provider and protector for us, our mother, Areelu. Markyll nods toward the river. Yeah, the river doesn't care about prayers or sacrifices, and if Areelu wants something in exchange for her help, she just takes it without asking. Malessa stares pensively at a piece of driftwood as it's carried away by the current. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related. Right you are. Markyll ruffles Malessa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. My little sister takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Malessa is just the same. She's always up to something. Right, we already saw that. How's life in the village now that you've got a priest? We already saw that, right? Yep. Okay, so it brought these back, but I think we've been through all of them before, right? Oh, wait. We saw that, but not this. This is new. When Crusaders are near the Worldwound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with nightmares here? Don't know what you're talking about. If I'm honest, I sleep like a dead man. Nothing to complain about. I have to go. Safe travels. May you defeat all your enemies. And don't forget, you're always welcome here. All right.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Got some ingredients here. Got some recipes. What else? That looks like a bunch of stuff I can sell. That's Jernaugh, right? Why isn't his name coming up when I press tab? What's the problem? This is the way we live out here. We're not wealthy, but things are at least relatively quiet. Why are you examining those trees back in the grove? There are little dolls made of grass and seaweed tied to their branches. They're everywhere. Dozens of them. I've asked the villagers what they are, but they just mutter darkly and walk away. I simply don't understand. What is the purpose of this ritual, and why is it being kept secret? How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising. It seems like they mixed in things he said with other things, so that's fine. But that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down the village. The church warned us of this, such calls to be expected. Yeah, we saw that. Some of them have already accepted me as one of their own. Malessa really likes my song. We see each other every day. Either she'll come to see me, or I go pay them a visit. Markyll always frowns when he watches us together, but she doesn't seem to care at all. She just laughs sweetly and stares at me with those big green eyes. You know? The priest smiles dreamily. There was a reason they were still guiding me to this village. Meeting this woman was worth the long journey, the horrors of Kennebrez, and all the hardships of a fisherman's life. We already saw that. So let's ask the nightmares question. No troubles with the nightmares here. The village is located on the outskirts of the Worldwound, so perhaps that's why I have to go. It will still help you. All right. That's all the conversations. So yeah, if you come here as an Aeon, I'm pretty sure it shows that blue criminal outline on Jernaugh. But when you ask him about it, you know, sometimes...
Bathe in your blood.
What the hell? Come on, man. That's way too far. Really? That's ridiculous. Thank you. I'll deal with you in just a second. But for right now, I'm collecting things.
I am helpful. Am I not?
There we go. All right. Yeah, you know, sometimes people can give that an evasive answer. And that's all that he does. So it's not clear why he has that outline. Okay, this needs a little bit more organization. We can keep those up there. This is all automatic, so we don't need that. We can activate that sometimes. It's cool. We don't need any of the rest of those. Any spells we need that we don't have? No, we're good.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
You don't need that on here. You don't need that on here. You don't need Evil Eye on there. This goes to the front. This goes up a little bit further. We'll put this more sword in here. That towards the front. That doesn't need to be sitting here. I guess we could put that out here. It's not going to get regular use right now, but it will at some point. Definitely want that out here. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense to me. Good. This all can go to the back. This is automatic. This can get shoved up. Oh, she can't charge because she does not have a melee weapon. Makes sense. Cool.
We'll make things right.
Scare might be used. This might be used. Might be used, but don't need it on there. Reduce person, sure. I'm actually good with your bar. That's fine.
Yes. Open your heart to me.
Yes.
Rules are made to be broken.
No. Yes, but I want that all the way at the end. Sure. Yeah, I guess you can keep some in monster. Anything I don't have on here that I should have? No, I think we're pretty much good. Okay. And we're definitely good here. Cool.
Are we ready to
Your
move out?
stuff. Vanish is rare. Displacement is rare, but I probably should use it more. We might use this. This is rare. These two can be in the back. In fact, this can also be in the back. This can be more so in the middle. That's cool. Actually, we already have people who do enlarge person, so don't need that there. Anything we're missing? No, we're good. Okay. Much better. Now. You had a problem with me? Boom, boom. Scan, collect. Okay.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Works for me. Okay. Excellent. Nope. We'll come back for that.
This way.
Ooh. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, I think you have a return visit that is equally as uneventful.
Wherever my legs carry me.
And then that's it for Chili
The
Creek.
waiting's never fun.
So I'm looking forward to the explanation about what the heezy is going on over there.
I am yours to command.
Let's shred them.
Ooh. Excellent. And collect. Excellent. And then there should be an exit somewhere over here, right? Yep.
Backwards.
There we go.
Backwards.
Put you right back out here. Okay. So now that we've done Chili Creek, we can move up north, right? Because we already did this one. So we'll move up north. Right. Okay, so army is waiting until I get closer because I want to rest here first before starting that battle. So let's move forward. Boom, 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 boom. Because the thing is, and you know, now that I think about it, maybe I should provide that as a suggestion. But something tells me they did this on purpose. So remember when we went to Leper Smile, like you had to go straight into that main story battle? So there are those sequences, and they don't allow you to rest beforehand, which means if you had to walk a bunch and couldn't rest before you got there due to corruption or something like that, then you're just screwed. And so that's why I want that camp there first to be able to rest and then just walk straight there. Make sure we don't end up in a position where we're screwing ourselves. Let's see. King Composite Bow. That's not better than what she already has, right? Yeah, she's got a good align. I think it's funny. It's called a Wicked Longbow, but it's good aligned. What's this? +2 bonus on persuasive skill checks to intimidate. And when you confirm a critical hit, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on saving throws. This is not really relevant for us, but we'll take it anyway. And no shirts yet. Okay. Show me what you have. Done. And bulk selling. And we're good. Okay. And is there anything? Oh, we do need to go to Heaven's Edge. Right, that's all we have. Okay, so Heaven's Edge is the last real quest that we have. So we're gonna do this fight first. Gnome Boy, please complete this brief questionnaire on the bleaching. You are willing to do your part for science, aren't you? What you do is not science. There is no system or sense to it. We're gonna go ahead and do this main story quest first, because then that frees up our army to go back to roaming about and doing what they need to do. So we'll do this, then head back, go to Heaven's Edge while the army does more cleanup, and then we'll finish the last little part of this. And I guess we'll start with you. Still can't hire anybody. Still got the amount that we want. No level up available. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. And accept. No words. Okay, and that's a level 4 that's right there. But again, I want at least another round of reinforcements. So we'll wait for them. Save one more time. Oh, and I gotta remember to swing back around and come to here. There's someone on the road. Get ready. You wake up in the middle of the night to screams and the sounds of battle. A moment later, Anivia bolts into the tent. Commander, are you all right? Praise Desna, we're in trouble. The camp is under attack. I told the guards to watch the sky, but uplanders are too careless. In the caves, they get their heads bitten off by the first spider they met. What is going on? Report your status. It's a complete mess. The camp is on fire. Winged beasts are attacking from the sky, trying to snatch our people away. We need a mountain of defense. Quickly! Who attacked us? I don't know. I can't see anything in the dark. All I can say is they're attacking from the sky, not charging us from the ground. The hunter remarks calmly. Dangerous beast. Large, bulky, but fast. I hit a few, but arrows just bounce out their hide like it's made of rock. The description sounds menacing, but you still have no idea who or what is attacking your camp. You're not even sure if they're demons or some other forms of monsters. Come on now. Oh, yeah, well, makes sense. I see. 2 arms. Survived the night attack. All right, I forgot. Does he have anything? I don't want to use that just yet, so we'll just go with it. Let's go. Come on, Windu, me and you.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
This kill is for you.
Excellent. And man up. Nora's panicking. She's running up and down, looking around frantically. She casts about and notices you, then dashes right toward you. Commander! Commander! What's going on? Save me! Nur, are you alright? I think so, but it's a nightmare. These monsters are everywhere. Everything is burning, everyone's dead. What do we do? Can you fight? Who, me? No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a historian. Hide somewhere. Don't be afraid. We'll handle them. Yes, Commander, I believe in you. Show them what we're made of.
I see blood. Blood!
Woo. Windowalk is doing all the work right now. All right. I'm actually a little disappointed in my setup. When you have that conversation with Nura, you really want to have a high enough perception for you to notice that she's got alchemist fire on her belt. Camellia is hiding behind the cart. Keeping to the shadows, she watches the chaos around her with squeamish apprehension. The butchered corpse of a crusader lies at her feet. Commander, is that you? Finally. Get your forces under control or they'll be massacred like sheep at a slaughterhouse. Camellia, are you all right? I am, but our army, it's an even sadder spectacle than usual. What happened to this soldier? The same thing that will happen to the rest of your troops if you don't hurry. Let's move, Camellia. We need to retake the camp. Let's go. These monsters thought we'd be easy pickings. They're in for disappointment. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Burning.
Let's shred them!
Ooh, whole person. Oh, it didn't work. Nice. There we go. Very, very nice. All right. Ooh, I love her holding aside. Sela stomps her armored boot on the gargoyle's wing and with all her might pierces the monster with her sword. Turning around, she yells to the soldiers. Shit your pads over there? Come on, don't chicken out on us now. This is how we deal with them. Diplomacy. Talk to the soldiers. Hold your position. Steel yourselves. Are you crusaders or cowards? The commander is here. We can fight. Let's stand up to these beasts. For the commander, for the queen, for Mendev. Sela, are you all right? I'm fine, but our soldiers are panicking, going down easily, not even putting up a fight. The veterans from Kennebrez are holding up all right, but the ones the queen sent are greenhorns. A sorry sight. Let's go, Sela. We'll teach these monsters a lesson. Yes, Commander. They'll be sorry they ever came here. Awesome. We're not going to bother to level up. She's not going to be with the party for very long.
I'll tear your throat out.
There we go. Awesome. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Breathing heavily, Erebeth leans on her sword. Blood is trickling down her battered armor. Clenching her teeth, she looks hatefully at the monster before her. It bares its teeth in a mocking grin. I won't give up. In the name of Iamade, I won't give up. Erebeth, we're here. Hold on, we're coming. Oh, no, you won't. Surging forward, the demon knocks Erebeth off her feet with a sharp blow to her face. Then he leans over her limp body and sniffs. Young, healthy, strong. This one will be tasty. What a fine ghoul it will make. The monster's fiery eyes consider the people surrounding him and finally fall upon you. For a moment, you feel a strange connection to the demon, as if there's no one here but the two of you, Baphomet, almost fear, crosses the monster's face, but then his grin grows even wider. Oh, there! That's the one she was talking about. So you're supposed to be my equal. You're just the same as your toys, weak, fragile, tasty. Who are you? Who am I? I am Nokoneth, the favored child of Great Cabriri. My name will be your undoing. Your life end draws near. And I'm not even going to ask your names, even you. He points at you with his clawed finger. His voice rises to a shriek, as if he's not threatening you, but rather encouraging himself. You are food, food, food and toys. Let her go, I'll rip your wings off. Are you threatening me? You? Mortal? I'm the stuff of your nightmares. Roll on the ground and shudder. Come on, I said shudder! Shudder! Toys? What toys? You're playing with your toy soldiers, making little troops march here and there and sing their songs, but that's boring. My ghouls are much better. Come see what your soldiers will become when I've had my fun. Who is she? Who told you about me? Ah, you don't know. You know nothing. That's why you're so brave, because you're so stupid. Stupid. Got your powers by accident, can't understand anything, and now you're trying to act all brave for me? Perhaps you'll be unlucky enough to meet her, but I'll destroy you before that happens. But maybe I'll give her your skull. What did you mean, I'm your equal? Why do you think we're equal? Not equal, not equal! I earned my power. The great ones gave it to me. Yours is just an accident. I will suck it out of you along with your life. It will be so tasty. But later, later. First I will take your toys. He runs his paw over Erebeth's hair. You came here for your death. I don't think so. A fortress on the mountain, where the mortals once prayed to their little gods, the Lost Chapel. It is my nest now. Come see what happens to your soldiers when I play with them. Maybe you'll become one of my toys too.
Commander, convene an urgent council.
Before you can answer, she runs off to the camp headquarters. Whew, unfortunate.
This way.
All right. Boom, boom. Oh, that's right. You have an opportunity to sell anything you don't want. What is this? Oh, it's a lesser of. I don't know if Derek can make use of that, so we'll hold on to it. All right. Now, council. A pale Anivia paces up and down in front of the map. Her face is pinched, her fists clenched, and her voice is unusually sharp. What's this fortress that scum was talking about? Where is it? Nora taps her finger on the map. Here, the Lost Chapel. Our scouts reported there was trouble brewing there, but this... Who did the monsters carry off? Erebeth and 24 soldiers, both recruits and veterans. They got all our friends. Who you see here is all that's left of the commander's squad. One of your commanders, a tiefling, Woljef, I think? I last saw him running from the camp, but there were no monsters chasing him. I don't want to badmouth anyone, but I think he disappeared of his own free will. I am very sorry. What monsters took Erebeth? I'm not sure, but judging by your description, it sounds like a Nabasu. They're demons, sort of like bats. They can suck the life out of people and turn them into ghouls. Our scouts reported that ghouls were wandering around the chapel. Now we know where they came from. One more thing. The name he gave, Cabriri, that's a demon lord, the patron of ghouls. They say he was the first mortal to eat human flesh. After his atrocity, he died in agony and was reborn in the abyss, becoming the first ghoul. We can hope it only means that Cabriri was the patron of the demon who came to us, but it might mean that another demon lord has joined the Demon Alliance and is sending his troops here. Horgus, where were you? I didn't see you on the battlefield. Don't tell me you suspect me of worshipping demons. I'm one of you. I'll swear on any kind of deity or symbol. Or all of them in a stack. Some people. You do everything for them and they still pillory you. Shut your trap. No one accused you of anything. You've been asked a question, so answer it. Anivia's voice is soft, but the expression on her face makes the blood drain from Horgus' face. He sighs heavily. No one saw me, neither friend nor foe. I drank an invisibility potion and hid under a cart. What was I supposed to do? I'm not a fighter or a wizard. If I'd stayed in plain sight, I'd be on the missing list right now. I see. We'll depart immediately for the chapel and save whoever we can. The demons won't feast for long. This place is too tough for them. Uphill again, through the mud, no road. Well, I do hope these demons will be entertaining enough to make up for the inconvenience. Is everyone ready? Commander, we don't have much time. While we stand around here, our friends are being eaten alive. I'll run on ahead now to scout out the area. Don't sit around here. Come after me, quickly. We'll meet at the foot of the mountain. Right. So see, you're done with all that, but of course, it's an emergency situation, so they don't let you rest.
Reason to pause.
There we go. Save here. All right, let's go. And then you leave, and they automatically take you where you need to go. All right, let's go save our friends. Boom, 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 boom. Anivia stares through her spyglass at a low fortification on the hill. Even at this distance, you can hear blood-curdling screams from within. There. That's where they took them. Looks like the monsters are having a feast. Anivia shudders. We've got some survivors. They escaped somehow, but they'll never make it away from these gargoyles. The way her spider legs are moving around the wind is freaky as hell. All right. That reminds me. Look who I met here. She was just standing there blinking as if she knew someone would come for her. What? Ah, yes. It must be admitted that gargoyle-born flight is ineffective and uncomfortable. By the way, did you know that gargoyles can be tickled by scratching their heels? Nenio plucks a thorny boar from her hair. I'll wait here. Send me the ones you can save from these monsters. I'll care for the wounded and get them to safety. Master, why are we wasting energy saving weaklings who couldn't even defend themselves? My army is my weapon. If they die here, how can I deploy them at Dresden? Yes, that's true. Someone as powerful as you has need of lackeys, even pathetic ones. To battle! What do you see on the hill? Just what Nora said. Gargoyles, ghouls, fresh ones. Hasn't been long since they turned, and they didn't die pretty. Looks like the demons stormed the chapel at some point, so we don't have to worry about getting inside. There's a huge hole in the wall where the gate used to be. At least that's one piece of good news. Great! Not for the first time, the demons' blind fixation on destroying everything in their path has worked out in our favor. Is that winged demon in there? Well, I didn't see him flying away. I'd sincerely hope that wretch isn't thinking of leaving, especially when he personally invited us to this occasion. It would be the height of rudeness for a host. Yeah, I ask her how she's holding up. All right, better than the people in there. I'm going to the chapel. Save everyone you can, please. Anivia will not say her wife's name, but her eyes make a silent plea. I am a day watch over you. Desna, go with you. All right. Come on, Danielle, let's get this done. All right, this is wrong. Well, actually, no, we're not going to bother changing this yet.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Yes, what?
No, you know, we'll do all that in just a minute.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Is that you, little girl? The old soldier coughs and then shudders, but makes no effort to rise from the blood-soaked ground. A sharpened wooden stake protrudes from his stomach. Say something kind to me, for one last. And here's our blessed little beggar. I was just beginning to think I'd never set eyes on that grubby little face ever again. But it seems that fate truly does watch over the mad. How can you be so blind? It's not fate. It's not luck or chance or anything of the kind. This girl is cunning and extremely dangerous, and she's certainly able to hide her true nature better than you. Camellia smiles cryptically. Tosh, what could a little witch from the back alleys be hiding? Her spells are weak, her cantrips laughable. She can't even hold a weapon in those charred hands. She doesn't have enough fingers. Whatever made you think she could be dangerous? Both she and I learned to survive in feral labyrinths by devouring the weak. I was in the caves and she was on the streets. I don't know what she's been through. Her strength is a mystery to me, but it is strength that she possesses, no doubt about that. You can understand weapons and magic, they're just toys to you. You're a spoiled child whose parents let her stay up past her bedtime. I don't know what fate is, but my grandma watches over me, and my crow. Yes, of course, fate, grandmother, and crow. No, you won't die. Look! Healing radiance glows in her fingertips. I still have spells. You don't have to die here. Moving with effort, the soldier pushes her hand away. No, I'm finished. They bit me. The pestilence is in the wound. I can feel it. Soon I'll be like them. Run away before it's too late. I think the old fellow is right. You or I could heal an ordinary wound, but we stand little chance against a ghoul bite. Come along, Ember. The longer we stand around out in the open like this, the more likely we are to end up back in the gargoyle's clutches. Darren looks disheveled and slightly disoriented, and his shoulders tremble with excess tension. No, please, don't give up. I'll carry you. You can't die. Your granddaughter is waiting for you at home. The crow on Ember's shoulders croaks sadly, as if confirming her words. Granddaughter, yes, you remind me of her, boisterous little thing. But you can't lift me. No, I can't be helped. Death comes for us all, little girl. I've made my peace with it, and you should too. She looks around and sees you. Look, it's the commander. He could definitely help you. Ember swiftly pulls a stake from the soldier's body and heals the wound with a spell. Ember, how did you escape? They wanted to make me stop moving like the others, but they couldn't. Just didn't work on me. Their claws froze everyone else like statues, but I ran away. Darren, how did you escape? What? Oh, there's a well further up. It serves as the entrance to a small cave where the gargoyles stashed their treasure. They obviously took me for the same. The flattery. They obviously thought I wouldn't be able to get out on my own, so they left me in there. But I did get out, though I paid dearly for it. I've got scratches and dirt all over me. Darren briefly falters, then adds with affected nonchalance, and when I say treasure, I don't mean anything truly valuable. There is nothing down there worth your attention. What's inside the chapel? It's very scary in there. Everyone gets killed and then turned into ghouls. The people are always screaming, and the winged demon is always laughing. Are you a live warrior? Can you walk? Get to the foot of the hill, and Nevia will heal you. I told you, you don't have to die. Not here. Not today. And what should I do? I can help you fight these monsters, but perhaps I'll be of more help down there with Anivia? I have the same question. Darren winces. You know, I must have heard at least 1,000 stories about the horrors of the war with the demons and the nightmares of the Worldwound. I was raised on them and surrounded by them. I even lived through some of them myself. But none of it prepared me for what happened here. I can't imagine how much wine it's going to take to banish from my memory the moment when I found myself alone and surrounded by monsters. And that's why I very much want to go with you and see the monsters quake in fear. It's only fair. Accept both Ember and Darren into your party. Come with me, both of you. Sure. All right, seal you out of here. All right, and we got the squad. We're all back together now. And once again, if you weren't already aware, if it wasn't already readily apparent, Ember is amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, moving on.
Forwards! No,
Cool.
backwards. Backwards!
Top me off, please.
Not ending just yet.
There we go.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
Yes.
Yes.
Allah, swap, down. 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 Allah, swap,
I'm always open
down.
to ideas for I'll let you that.
Inimos tradisi. Inimos tradisi. Hashan son. Inimos tradisi.
Skip the pleasantries.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Ba and Riti.
All right, let's go.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Excellent. You're down. Now we gotta climb up, meet the rest of them.
Save the last one for me.
Did he survive? Ah, god dog it. It's really hard to save that guy.
No time for debates.
What the hell? Okay, I'm thoroughly confused as to why it took that long for that guy to come. Oh my god, now he took out Ember. That's annoying. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Darren, healer extraordinaire. Excellent. All right.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Who's this? Is that Yaker? Yaker salutes you with his mace covered in blood. This time those winged beasts won't defeat us. We escaped, and we're ready to chop them to bits. Ready, are we? Speak for yourself. Gods, why did I ever go on this crusade? I could have stayed home, picked mushrooms, milked my goat. Does Regroup still live? Yes, he's here somewhere. He managed to help a few of your recruits escape, and he's already made a decent fighting squad out of them. How did you escape? They didn't even get a chance to take us prisoner. It is too dangerous to fight a gargoyle while it's carrying you in midair, but once it starts to land, it becomes vulnerable. We escaped their claws over the slope and took the weapons from the fallen. Lo and behold, Regroup Derenge's fighters are back and ready to serve. Are there any prisoners left? Yes, there are many. We retreated to regroup, hoping for reinforcements, and you proved us right. I see not everyone here still boasts your fighting spirit. Yaker looks with disdain at the recruits sent by the queen. Yellow-beaked snot noses. They've never even seen a real fight. If it wasn't for us, they'd all scatter and the gargoyle would pick them off one by one. Hell Knights execute such cowards on the spot to serve as an example for the rest. Evil, execute all the recruits. Cowards have no place in my army. Ah! The commander's gone mad! Run! The knight nods approvingly. You did the right thing. I see you aren't afraid of enforcing order in the army. Retreat to the foot of the hill. Find Anivio and wait for my return. Affirmative. Doing all that bitching and whining and complaining while we're saving my damn friends? What's wrong with you? There we go. Here, get down here. Quickly! That won't hold them for long. Take the wounded away, I'll hold them. Soseo leans over the body of a woman clad in a Hell Knight's black armor. Although she is obviously dead, he whispers a prayer and casts a healing spell. To no avail. His face twisted in pain and he shakes his head, refusing to believe what is happening. Wake up. Please wake up. Did you know her? No, not her. We were brought here together. I admit, even I was caught off guard when gargoyles grabbed me and dragged me off. The recruits must have been terrified. She did well, though. As soon as the monsters were about to land, she twisted out of their claws and helped us all escape. Soseo takes a heavy metal shield from the dead woman's hands and considers its intricate decoration. This shield. I prayed my eyes deceived me in the darkness, but now there's no doubt. Asmodeus IV, this is my brother's shield. It was kept as a relic in our church for centuries. We used to gaze upon it as children, imagining the adventures of its previous owners. When Trevor went to the Crusade, he took this shield with him. Biting his lip, he looks at the dead woman's blood-spattered face. Who are you? Where did you get it from? In the name of Shellen, why didn't we get to talk while you were still alive? Maybe her squad mates or her commander will be able to tell us something. Yes, they must know something. When we're finished with this cursed chapel, please ask the Hell Knight commander about this woman. It's unlikely he'll talk freely with me, but for now, whoever you were, thank you. He gently closes the eyes of the dead woman and takes hold of the shield by its leather straps. To arms! Except Soseo into your... no. Retreat to the foot of the hill. Very well. I'm afraid that many will need healing. There we go.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Help! Somebody help! A wounded warrior lying among the mutilated, lifeless bodies cries out for help. It's hard for her to shout. Her cheek is torn and her teeth are showing through the wound. After noticing you, she doesn't stop screaming, but nods her head subtly at the bodies next to her. It's an ambush. Stay down. Stay. Windowog murmurs under her breath as she unsheaths her weapon. You won't be getting up again. Prepare to attack the ghouls that are pretending to be corpses.
I will fight.
At least
Booyah.
when do I?
No! I'm sorry, I'm safe scumming that. I do not appreciate that at all. You were astute enough to warn me about it. I am absolutely saving you. This is unacceptable. That was an unacceptable result. All right.
They'll beg me to.
Their logic is lacking.
There we go. Praise be Serenre. Thank you, Commander. You are most welcome, ma'am. Get back home safely. All right. Sorry, y'all know I don't save scum all the time, but...
Let's have some fun.
Who's that? Oh. Didn't realize they would be that close. I'd recognize those gnome-hooked hammers anywhere. Stop whining. Raise your weapons. Ready your defense. You wounded. Hold your torches up. Did the queen send us soldiers? Looks more like a suing circle. Commander. As he sees you, Regil throws his fist in the air. Despite some claw wounds, he's chipper and full of fighting spirit. Ready to report on the situation. We organize an escape. There are no fewer than 36 gargoyles and ghouls in the fortress. We lack sufficient forces for a confrontation, so we withdrew. Gargoyles and ghouls? Why do you think they stick together? Could it be because their names sound similar? Maybe if a ghoul bites a gargoyle, it turns into a gargoyle? What an amazing hypothesis! Such an unexpected explanation! Such exceptional logic! My esteemed colleague, you most assuredly are a great scientific mind. We simply must conduct an experiment to prove or disprove your opinion. Why don't you ask them yourself? Better to torment our enemies with your gibberish than us. That's an awesome exchange. How did you escape? Gargoyles are used to dealing with weak and poorly trained fighters, civilians near enough. During our first battle with them, we weren't at our best, but while they grew confident in their victory, we studied their habits. They became vulnerable when they are preparing to land. It's a simple matter to free yourself from their claws. The rest is a question of skill. Those gargoyles just won't leave your unit alone. It's not about my unit, Commander. The gargoyles seem to know precisely in which tents to find their targets in. And another thing, do you recall the fire at the camp? Gargoyles don't have any incendiary weapons. The flames were what guided them to us. I don't know what Commander Tirabate and their celebrated watch are getting paid for. It's clear as day there's an enemy spy in your camp. What's going on in the chapel? It's a slaughterhouse. Even I almost threw up. That demon you see, just killing and eating his victims isn't enough for him. He's inventive. Regil exhales the last word with disgust. This can promise nothing good. Send your fighters to the foot of the hill. The survivors are gathering there. Consider it done. Am I to retreat with them or come with you? Retreat with your people. Affirmative. All right. Keep it going. So now all the parties is accounted for. Time to go to the chapel. Jeez.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
Anything for you.
Thank you, Commander. No problem. Rusty blades and jagged shards protrude from a pile of broken weapons and armor.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Okay. Actually. That's kind of ugly, but oh well. Do I like... I'm good with that. It's fine. Whatever stops Ember from getting berated and assaulted the way she is. All right. Why don't you have on your shield? And your... And this. Well, I tell you. Okay. Oh, wow. That lasts for an hour. Okay, cool. Moving right along. Inheritor, do not leave me here in the darkness. Deliver me from evil. I used to pray to that fool too, but what's the point? Things got so much better after I renounced her. Remember how many years we've been friends? Should we really let religion come between us? This army is more fun than the Crusaders. Come on, friend, renounce her. Come to us. All our friends are already here. Renounce her, or we'll devour you. I will not fear evil, for you are with me. I am a day. We'll win. We'll live to see the dawn.
You are my favorite aide.
Let the duel commence.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Does that work? Lesser? On one that's not permanent? No, it doesn't do anything, right? No, it does not. I need actual restoration. Oh, I do have restoration. Whoa, what's this? Oh, exhausted. Jeez. I forgot I had Thorn Body. She doesn't really need to have that on there. Darren will deal with that. Wait, what's this is greater? Oh. Well then hell. Take that off. How long do they last? 1 hour per level? Well, okay then. Okay. Okay, yep, and his negative level taken off.
Yes, what?
I know you're exhausted, Chameleon. We'll deal with that in just a second.
No, backwards, backwards.
Are you? You're still doing that. That's fine. That's all you can do.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
He'll deal with that in
What's
just...
on your mind? I wonder.
Let's have some fun.
There we go. Excellent. Yep. Ooh. Something for Regel. Yep, collect that. What does that say? Come on, what does that say? Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Alright, let's take a rest. She's exhausted. We could use our powers back. Blah, 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 blah. And, ooh, only 8. That's because that's not where she's supposed to be. That's where she's supposed to be. She needs some help, though. Give her some help. Camouflage. Yep, Chameleon's as good as it's going to get. Where's Night Watch? We got everything we need. Alright. No choice.
Strength gives the right to life. If you're weak, sooner or later, you will become prey.
Jeez. It's a rough way to live. Rough way to live, lady. All right. We're all good. Line up here.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Only you deserve my obedience.
I heed the voice of the spirit.
Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Hashami savitor. Inimosi tradisi.
Require my unbiased opinion?
Yes. No.
You're a good person. I like you.
Yes. Yes. Down. 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 Down.
Mm-hmm.
Rules are made to be broken.
All right. And I think that is a good place to stop. We will finish the rest of this in the next video. As always, if you enjoyed this, please leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.